How do we construct graphs? In page 207 of our workbook, there's a graph there to construct. Also in the student book, there is a graph there in one of the pages to construct. To construct a graph, give your graph a title, just like this has a title, and label your vertical and horizontal axis. For example, you can label the vertical axis number of customers, and the horizontal axis you can label it number of days or days in the week. Okay, so please make sure you give a title and label. Then the next thing you need to do, you need to choose and arrange your scale. You know what the scale is already by now. Look at the scale on our vertical axis. It's running from 0 to 200, 400, 600, 800, and 1000. Look at the scale on the horizontal axis as well. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now, do you notice any consistency? Do you notice that the numbers are well spaced? The intervals are, they have the same units in between two numbers. You don't have 200 and then you have the next number 300 and the next number 600 and then the next one will be 1000. No, the units between every two division is the same. So between 200 and 400, there is an interval of 200. 400 to 600, there is an interval of 200. So it means we are adding 200 to make the next number. What about on the horizontal axis? We're adding 2 to make the next number. So make sure your units, the units between every two division is consistent. If you want to choose 0, 5, 10, 15, that means you are making units of 5. You are adding 5 to make the next number. You must do that to the end. And also another thing you must take note of is your scale must reach the highest number on the information you are given. For example, look at this graph that we have. If in the information or the data we are given, it says the highest number of customers that came to Carrefour was 500. You cannot stop your scale on 400. Your scale has to reach up to 500 or more than 500. If not, you'll be leaving out that information. Your graph will not be able to capture that information. So when you're making your scale, make sure you start from the least number, maybe a number lesser than the smallest number in your information or your data. Then use the highest number at the top or a number more than the highest number. If the smallest number in the information they give to you is 10 and the highest number is 50, you can start your scale from 10 and end it at 50, or you can start your scale at 5 and end it at 55. So you can choose to have 5, 20, 35, then after 35 we'll have 50. Okay, so what have we done? We're adding intervals of 15. 5 plus 15, 20. 15 plus 20, 35. 35 plus 15, 50. So we're adding at intervals of 15. The units must be consistent. All right? Okay, I think that's about all. And of course, finally, you connect the vertical and horizontal axis based on the data you are given. Connecting it means that's where we start looking at how to connect the graph. 200 people came on day 5. Then you pick 200, trace the line, and look at where you have 5 under the days and make a dot. 600 people came on day 7. You look again at 600 on the vertical axis, trace the line to where you have 7 on the vertical axis, on the horizontal axis, where it connects, and make a dot. So that's how you connect them. All right, let's go on to the next one. We also spoke about other ways that we can represent data. Can you remember them? The other ways we can represent data? Okay, let's remind ourselves. The first one is the frequency table. Frequency table, remember we said it shows the actual information. It will always show you the tally and then the frequency. The tally is the same thing as the frequency, but it is just represented in strokes with the tally. The frequency will write the number, but the tally will write it in strokes. So the frequency table shows how many times each information occurs. The second one is the pictogram. The pictogram will show you information using pictures. Remember we said that? It will show you information using pictures. And finally, the bar line chart. It shows information using bars of line, not like the line graph we just looked at. Alright students, so what have we been able to learn today? We have an overview of the things we learned in the course of the week. We saw how to read, interpret, and construct graphs. In our lessons in the week, we saw how to do those. And then we also saw the frequency tables, where you have the tally and you have the number of times that a particular number or score or information occurs. That's what the frequency table shows. Pictograms shows us pictures, and bar charts represent information with bars, using bars. So if we ask the question, what are the 4 ways that we present information in data handling class? What are the 4 ways of presenting information that we have seen? We've seen the line graph, we've seen frequency tables, we've seen pictograms, and we've also seen bar charts. The line graph, frequency tables, pictograms, and bar charts. Alright students, I hope you had a good time and I hope you understood clearly the lesson. So we've had the lesson for this week. We'll have our other lessons again by next week. Take care of yourself and have a good weekend. Remember to finish up all the work you need to do and send me your answers. Take care once again and have a good day.